Hey everybody. Today I want to talk a little bit about the importance of taking good care of yourself and having healthy boundaries. Um, I think we all get a lot of enjoyment out of helping people. Obviously, I'm in the helping profession, and I have folks ask me, "How do you do what you do and not get burned out? I don't know how you could do this job." It's like, well, I love helping people, but I also have to have healthy boundaries. I have to have good boundaries in myself and recognize that there's only so much that I can do to help people, and really the rest is up to them. If I took my work home with me all the time and if I constantly worried about what was going on with everybody that I'm trying to help, I would very quickly become burned out. And while helping people is incredibly rewarding and it brings a lot of joy, um, there's a time when help can become a problem. So, helping somebody who expects you to help, well, that can kind of get you to feel used and can make you feel resentful towards that person. So, and also doesn't actually really help them. So, I think about one of the books that I read by Chris Kyle, American Sniper, may he rest in peace. He said something at the end of his book because he was trying to help veterans who had been traumatized and injured, and he was helping them to overcome depression and PTSD and stuff. He talked about how with his organization he wanted to give a helping hand, not a handout, and I think that is the most effective means of helping somebody. Helping others to stand up on their own 2 feet is what is helpful. If someone's asking you for help and your reaction is, oh gosh, they're asking for help again, well, that's a pretty good indicator that maybe it's time for you to say no. If you're not taking care of you, then you're really no good to anybody at all because you don't have anything left to give. And here's the question to ask yourself is, somebody's asking you for help. If you say yes, are you actually helping them or are you preventing them from having the chance to figure it out on their own? People do what's called over functioning for other people. Preventing somebody from growing is not actually helping them. Doing something for somebody else that they can do on their own or that they need to figure out how to do on their own, you're not really helping them. In the short term, you may be solving a problem for them, but you're preventing them from learning life skills like problem solving, communication, perseverance in the face of difficulty. All these different skills, and there's a lot more to them than that. A lot of times, when I talk to folks about setting healthy boundaries, either with family members, with friends, spouses, other people, they talk about this anxiety, this fear of saying no, of well, what are they going to do, and every time I've tried to say no before, they give me this guilt trip and stuff. Well, I like going on vacation, but I don't like going on a guilt trip. Got the t-shirt, don't want to go back. It wasn't a very good trip, then the food was terrible. Nobody really likes going on a guilt trip. The thing about it is, if you say no and you stick to your guns and you just deal with their tantrum throwing and yelling, and, oh, if you really loved me, you would do this, and you don't really care about me, and that kind of stuff. What I found is true every single time with everybody I've encouraged to do this, and when I've done it myself, is that the person who's throwing this big tantrum and guilt trip on you and saying that you're horrible, they figure it out. Some people are users. Some people, the people that you help that really, really appreciate it, they feel bad that you have to help them, or they're just incredibly gracious and have a ton of gratitude. People who are users come to expect that help. That they become spoiled, they become entitled, and you become frustrated, upset, resentful, and feel used and taken advantage of because you are being used and taken advantage of. So treat yourself with some respect and demand some respect from other people and say no. If you have other stuff that you want to do or that you need to do, if there's this cartoon from the non-PC 90s that said your failure to plan is not my problem or something like that. That's reality. It's like, you're not helping your kids or anybody else in this life if you're not helping prepare them to stand on their own 2 feet. So what I'd like to wrap this up with is saying is take good care of yourself. And if you want to say no, and don't buy into the guilt trip. This is meant as hope, inspiration, and help. This is not a substitute for professional counseling. If you need professional counseling, please reach out to a counselor like myself and get some help. Thank you for watching. Please like and consider sharing this on your own channel. Thank you.